Salute, this is Jeff.
This is David.
We are playing Dark Souls 2. Do you like cheese?
Yes.
Let's go get some items.
Okay.
We'll be coming back to that. We'll be coming back to that mantra later. So this is Cromwell. You remember him from last time.
Yes,
He
I do.
stabbed the giant to death. Now he's continuing to stab.
Tiny little knife.
Tiny little knife. So using the soldier's key, we can unlock the soldier's doors. One of the most useful things we'll be picking up is right here in this treasure chest that you destroyed on your first time through the game.
Yep.
So this is the Ring of Restoration, which automatically refills your health. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
This ring it's very slow, and you're never really far from a bonfire, but it is good for counteracting shields that are not 100% block. You know,
Right.
when you're taking just a little bit of chip damage, especially if you're going through the game the first time. And if you don't have a ring slot, or the ring slot isn't filled, like in this case, there's no reason not to put it on. So
Yeah. So you're gonna upgrade the light crossbow?
yes, we're gonna be getting a +3 crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm checking my notes here. I did write some of this down. I do have extensive notes about the thing, what to spin the souls on and where.
Right.
But for the most part, it's just going to be a lot of, as mentioned before, it's going to be a lot of life gems, fire bombs, and ammunition for the crossbow. So these next few little side areas here have nothing to do with the pursuer fight, which we'll get to. These are for optional things that are good for our other characters, which are not SL1.
Right.
And I'm sure you recognize the area.
Yeah, I am aware of it, yes.
Know exactly what we're heading for.
Yes.
A fantastic weapon.
That you get super early.
Yes, as long as you're brave enough to go into the fiery cave. I actually missed out on this for a long time in my first playthrough because I just assumed that I would be taking damage. Again, it's another way that they're just sort of testing the people that have played the first game.
Just screwing with you, more or less.
Exactly. Because you don't actually take damage from the fiery floor there.
Yeah.
But you do get a super awesome weapon from just walking down this hallway.
Right.
So this is a fire longsword. It's just a regular longsword, so it has a longsword moveset, which does not have the pokes, I think, unless you're doing rolling attacks with two hands, but
Right.
that's neither here nor there. It is split between fire and physical damage, and it is great. It is so good. Our Minerva character will be using a lot of the fire longsword. Fire longsword is good throughout the game, like even into the end. Now you'll remember this gigantic sword from earlier.
Yes.
For the last video. Has one of my favorite weapons at the top. I'm sure you
I am
guessed what
aware
that
of what it
is.
is, yes.
Yes. Technically speaking, in this playthrough, I already have one because I got it as a drop off of one of the other guys, but, you know, that's just a random chance. This one is always here. It is the beautiful, beautiful halberd. It has been... the requirements have been buffed up, so we will not be able to use it at SL1,
Right.
unfortunately.
It was 1614, wasn't it?
1612, I think.
Ah, okay.
And it's been bumped up to 2014 now.
I just realized I completely forgot to kill this guy.
So this guy, which I left alone for most of the game, because I thought, he's not bothering me, I'm not going to bother him, you never know. Maybe
Right.
he'll be friendly. He's not really friendly, but he does leave you alone if you leave him alone.
Right. He just seems sad.
Yeah, he does seem sad. He's just kind of downtrodden, except that, you know, he actually is going to fight back. He does get a little confused when you're around ladders, though. He doesn't quite have the dexterity to climb. He is also really bad at dodging, you know, crossbow bolts, so he died. So he drops the Heide Knight Sword. The Heide Knight Sword is a lightning sword. So you can very, very, very soon in the game pick up a lightning weapon and also a fire weapon. The Knight Sword's combo is a little weird because it has a sort of upward swing rather than the downward swing of other swords. But yeah, that's a quick way to get some lightning damage.
There's a cape!
So this is a little bit of a preview. We're gonna go through this next area with Minerva. This is our little. Also, this is a little bit louder in the preview video because I didn't balance this particular clip. But we'll ignore that. It's fine. Fix it later.
I didn't even notice.
All right. Well, In that case, nothing. So this is Minerva, our lady knight, who will be going for heavy shields, lots of strength decks, heavy armor, that kind of thing. I got a fancy hat. So this, we're at the moment using the Drangleic set. We'll see those on camera either at the end of this episode or the beginning of the next one.
All right.
So the soldier key can get you into this area here where you can pick up a free bastard sword, which is the first sort of great sword. I guess technically the first one, at least in this particular playthrough, was the Drangleic sword, but it's it's a heavy sword. It does a lot of damage. I'm not a big fan of it personally, but you never know.
It's got crazy range, and because it hits literally everything around you, it is very easy to clear groups with it.
Yeah, all of the great swords have that sort of benefit.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like the Claymore.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're back to Cromwell. There's our dapper deprived. So now we're actually going to fight the Pursuer. The Pursuer is sort of it's a unique fight. It is possible to fight the Pursuer earlier.
Yes, it killed me earlier.
He will only appear once.
Right.
If you leave the arena, he'll disappear and he'll go behind his fog door, which is where we're going right now. We are not going to be fighting him legitimately. In case you might have noticed, we're going to put some delicious Velveeta cheese all over him.
That's the point of an SL level 1. Oh!
No, it's fine.
Oh, you got it.
It's fine. It's cool, you guys. So the Pursuer is not going to take a lot of damage from our piddly little dagger, unfortunately.
That's a lot of armor.
He has a lot of armor.
And a lot of swords.
We want to dodge his first attack, though. The dashing uppercut. He will always use that dashing uppercut first. And normally you'd want to dodge around the other side of him because you don't want to dodge into his sword. But the reason we're doing it for this one particular case is because when we get to this ballista and we want to shoot him with all three of the ballistas. So now he has 95% of his health gone. That was a mistimed roll. Isn't it? This particular 3-hit combo has the 3rd hit delayed. You can tell when he goes up into the air.
Right. This was my favorite combo he did because it meant I could actually poke him.
Yes, it does leave him open for some pokes, which we'll be doing with our tiny little dagger. He just has that little tiny sliver of health, which seems like a lot for the little dagger. Almost. Oh yeah, got it.
That is
delicious cheese. We will do a legitimate fight in a different video. But wait, another boss has entered the room. That's part 2.5.
Oh, Soldier Pursuer.
So our shield will actually be useful here. One of the things, you have a 3-hit poke combo. If you go around the side of the Pursuer boss, it does leave him open for backstabs, although I did not do a backstab here, unfortunately. Did not quite get there in time. Those are the tiny little missed frames, but that's all right. Stab, stab, poke.
Yay! Yay!
Defeated the boss again.
The second boss. Bonus boss.
All right. Let's take a look at Syntyche, how she's doing. This is Syntyche Sorceress with 1 phantom brought in. Phantoms are great at distracting.
Yes, they are. Is it a person or an NPC phantom?
It is a person. It's a real person. And then, like you do with most bosses, you blast them with magic until they die. And it only takes maybe 60 seconds.
Yeah.
The Pursuer does have some other attacks, including magic.
Yeah.
And a devastating grab.
Which curses you.
We're not going to see that in this episode. Look, we'll have plenty of opportunity to see the Pursuer's full move set, but don't worry about it. If you're playing through the game and you're stuck, just remember the ballistas are your friend.
They're your best friend.
So thank you for watching. If you would like to support us and what we do here, making videos and whatnot, we have a Patreon campaign that we started. That's the little link up there, the J and the D and the Patreon next to it, which is a way that you can support content creators like us without having for us to go through the ad revenue system.
So it's a lot more reliable, and it's from y'all specifically. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It's just a pledge to give so much per month. You could give us $1, and we would love you just as much.
Yes, we really would. If you want to give more, that is fantastic.
We will also love you.
Yes, the end goal is to be able to do the channel full time, which just means more content more regularly, which, I spend so much time working on the channel anyways. I'd like to get paid for it, basically. Spent so many years editing and doing these things.
Rendering. So many years rendering.
So many actual literal years rendering. Dark Souls.